My friend had an idea for making a visual novel together. As a writer, he wanted to cover his bases. However, he requested that I be the artist to make all the art for the project, since we don't know any artists, and he wanted to work together because it would be like the group Type Moon, whose work we both enjoy, which started with a writer and an artist. I offered to program, but he insisted that that's easy. We're both programmers, and I game dev as a hobby, so he told me to be the artist. With zero drawing skills, I offered that I would learn to draw over the course of 4 months or so, and then tell him how I felt afterwards. Suffice it to say, I gave it some effort over time, but I never fully dedicated myself to it. It's not something I enjoyed, especially digital art, and it was so different from everything else I enjoyed working on. During those 4 months, alongside the initial draft, my friend had been juggling ideas for the story and eagerly awaiting to start working on it. Aside from being too embarrassed to share my novice artwork, I didn't give them many updates since I wanted the result to be a surprise, thinking I'd make many improvements. I wouldn't say I did, considering how much of an endless journey learning art is. While hesitant to say that I didn't have the motivation to work on it, after 4 months, I gave a wishy-washy answer that I would still consider it, but that my schedule was tightening up given potential job offers and other projects I was working on. And now, he's moved on from the original idea and plans to make something on a much smaller scale, and without the need for an artist. I feel as though it's made him hold some bitterness against me, and I feel guilty over the matter. In my defense, I have been working on one main game project for the past year, with a mini project on the side. I'm also helping 2 other people out with their projects. I almost, not to be rude, find it selfish to ask someone to learn to draw for their project. Sure, you can argue it's cool and useful, but it's something I have zero experience in, and to take a monumental amount of time to learn such a foreign skill for their project from the time of my own projects made me question things. But in their case, I could have said no from the start, or been clearer along the way, but I pushed goalposts and clung on to the idea because I also believed it would be awesome.